Hey guys, stay tuned. I'm going to show you how I made this card. It's a nice friendship card or a good friend that's going through something hard in life. As you can tell though through the video, it really was off the whim. I planned nothing for this card whatsoever. So it's not the greatest card. I'm not completely satisfied with it, but it is what it is. I also wanted to show you this cute little postage stamp card sealer that I made, and I'll also show you what I had done there too in this video. My desk here is a little messy, which is unusual for me, but I am trying to do something off of my normal. I'm trying to make a card completely off the whim and really not plan that much, which is unusual for me because I am a planner. But I want to try something different. But what I want to go over with you guys real quick, I've already cut most of them out because it just takes so long. I love having my cuddle bug, and if you haven't seen my previous video, which I'll put a link to it in this video, was about using the new Distress Oxide inks and making backgrounds, which I had done previously. And these are some of the things that I use my dies to create with those. And what I'm trying to get at here is I try my best to conserve or use up as much as my paper that I have. And this is just, I just found it funny, that's why I wanted to share it. So this was one of them that I had done, and as you can see, I cut all of those pieces out because I love the background, and I love those Distress inks, Distress Oxide inks, sorry. I love the Distress inks too, but Oxide is what we used on all of these. And I literally used as much as I possibly could because you never know when you might need another embellishment. And so that's what I used and made all these. Was just these really cool like little stamps that have the distress backgrounds. They turned out so nice, and I figured, oh, you could maybe put a little stamp on there, like a little figurine or little animal, and use it as a card stamp, embellishment. So that's the reason why I wanted to go with that. It was just, always remember that I try to, and I just encourage others to use every bit of the space you can, because you never know when it might come in handy down the road and you're saving paper. So I just wanted to show you guys that. I could even go as far as cut some of these out, and you could use these as embellishments too. And this was the die set that I had used. It's the postage stamp die set. So I really like that. And I got all these on Walmart.com. If you haven't seen that video, go back in my videos. It's called how to use Walmart.com for crafts. And Walmart.com has a lot of really good prices because all of these right here cost I think less than $30 for all of these. And so, I mean, like I said, their prices are sometimes shocking. Not always. And they're not always the cheapest. But I always shop around and look at them before I place an order, because there has been many more times than not they've been cheap, quite a bit cheaper. Okay, guys. So I am going to just make a random card here. I'm not still sure what it's going to be. So I have my Stamp Perfect out here. And as you all know, I love this ink. This is the best ink I've ever used for when we're going to be coloring in something. So I have this little stamp set here by the Greeting Farm. And I think I'm going to use... So, let's get that out. And as I talked before in my beginning of this video, is I like conserving my paper. So this is just a piece of scrap here I have. It's standard cardstock, very thin. And actually I've never used this thin of cardstock for coloring in, so it's going to be interesting to see how this turns out. I don't have a coordinating die set for these stamps, so that's why I am using such a small little piece of paper, because I got to hand cut it out, which I'm not the greatest at. The reason why I like using the Stamp Perfect, especially on brand new stamps, is you can get a couple impressions exactly the same spot. Because new stamps, as I'm sure everybody knows, don't always give you a good impression because it's kind of bubbling up on the surface of the stamp instead of spreading out. I know some people say, oh, you need to condition your stamps by putting a little ink on them. And yes, you can do that, and I have done that before in the past. But actually, I had just got these stamps and really haven't had a chance to do that. So, we got a good impression now. So, that looks good. And since it is new and everything, I won't clean this one off. I'll keep that ink on that one. So here, I just have my cheap alcohol-based markers, which are, I don't know if I've done a review on these yet. I might have to do that, but I like them. I mean, I am going to get some Copics down the road. I just wanted to start out at an entry-level marker and that wouldn't cost me an arm and a leg. And I think these only cost like $25 on Amazon. So, let's see. This is my little swatch I made of all the colors just so I know how they look when they dry. Because these colors, as Copics too, they do change a little bit as they dry. So, I'm going to probably speed this up and so you guys not have to be bored by me coloring this in. Alright, so now we're going to cut it out. And hopefully I do an alright job because I'm not a great cutter when it comes to cutting around things, but we're going to try here. And we'll speed this up too. Okay, so there we go. And now we'll add her to the card. Okay, so now we're going to assemble some of this. Get my ATG gun. I always like to do one down the middle too. And the hardest part is trying to get this stuff even. I think it looks good. Okay. So now, we're going to add her onto here. I'm not sure where. I did this off camera because I had never used one of these before. This is the Jelly Roll pen, but this is the clear Stardust, so there's no color to it. And I wasn't sure how it would react, so I did off camera to see. But I don't know if it'll show up here in the camera, but I added a little bit to that buckle of her hat, which is pretty cool, and a little dot on her eyes. Also, as you see in the video, I've added some little white polka dots on her dress there with the opaque white Uniball pen. I love this pen. So I just wanted to point that out. So I've kind of changed course. It's still gonna be like a friendship card, or it can even be like if you do have a friend that's going through a rough time or making a tough choice in life, which we all have to do that sometimes. So I'm going to put this somewhere around here. I'm not using this sentiment. It says here's a hug. Maybe up there. And on the inside, we'll do may be bold or italic, never regular. Kind of like that one for this card. I also have these stamps here I got from Simon Says Stamps. And I really like the handwritten border type. I was kind of maybe thinking about for this, but I'm not sure if that'll fit. We can try though. So I said, I'm completely doing this out of the whim. Didn't really plan for this card at all. Because like I said, I'm trying to do some things a little different for my channel. So let's get that ready. We gotta get this tacked down. I'm trying to decide if I wanted to put the foam dots, or I might just attach her on there. I do have my Xyron machine. I think she'll fit. Yes, I love these. You just pull it through. You make sure it gets started really well. It barely fit on that one. And rip it off there. And with this little one, you just gotta rub really well all around the edge, so it gets all the adhesive off the front here that you don't need. And peel it back. So I did a video on these two. I have the bigger machine and this one. Go back and look at that too. It's pretty cool. And also too, and if they don't, like here, see how some of the stickiness not want to stick to it, just rub some more and may start a different direction. That's what I found the best to do. See, it come off clean. Now you turned her into a sticker. There we go. There we go. One last thing I want to do. I really like this little critter guy here. It looks like a little squirrel or something like that. I might still go around the edges here and do something. Not decided yet on that. And the inside. And then, like I told you guys earlier, I have one of these that I made. This one kind of goes better with it. And that's what I'll use the little guy for. And then we can make a sticker and make sure it's good and dry here before we run it through. While you're waiting on that, now we add a little bit to the back here, to the back, make a little bit of a shadow. Not so sure if I like the edges there, but it'll work. Let's run this through our little Xyron machine to make it a sticker. And he's got to run around the edges here. And what I was talking about for embellishment with these, we can always add it to the back. And when you're ready to seal it, it can be a seal for your card. So thanks you guys for watching. This is the card. At least I'm not sure if I like the black, but it was just something I'm trying out here. Just trying different techniques and different things. So thank you guys again for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, then hit the big subscribe button. And next to it is a bell. If you click on that, that will alert you for every video I post. Keeps you up to date. Also too, if you have crafty friends or family that like craft videos, please share my channel. I really appreciate that. And also I encourage you to remember to look in the descriptions. I have a lot of fun links there. Also some people that I like to share their channel with you and help support them as much as I can. And as always, you guys, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.